Oh man.
On. Welcome, one and all. It's a day that ends in Y. It's Tuesday. Some of us are a little discombobulated for various reasons because of how the world is as a whole. Um, but all of that
He's
being
right.
said,
Tuesday does end in Y.
it does end in Y. Welcome to the best game to ever exist. Now, before we start playing this game and I start doing introductions, I do want to make it very clear to y'all that this game is for mature audiences only. We're going to be saying lots of dirty words tonight. um, Mostly because it's fun to say, and otherwise, like, it's okay to let loose with a little bit of stress here and then. And right now, all of our lives have just been a little stressful, and we could use a little bit of time as as a crowd. Yes, it is Country Boy Scribe. Hello, it is me. I bleed red, white, and blue, and I cry every time I hear Tim McGraw sing. Yes, that is me, Country Boy Scribe, my alter ego. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Mother Effing Crab Truckers. This is a one-page RPG, and we're gonna broaden our expanse a little bit by giving more space for authors that write these amazing one-page RPGs. As such, I found a couple, and I'm building up a little cachet. But let's get to a few announcements before we get started. We got a Discord. It's like AOL, but for the now times on your computer. It's full of message boards. You can talk to people and stuff like that. You can send GIFs, and I say it GIFs because that's how you're supposed to say it. Alex,
It's not a giraffic card.
Alex Trebek would never lie to me
Oh
because
man.
he was a national treasure. So we
Now I'm
have a
sad.
Discord. We have a schedule. Don't be sad. Don't be sad that he's gone. Be happy that it happened. We also have a Discord. You can hang out there. We have a merch store. You can buy merchandise from the store. Upcoming schedule for this week. We got a whole another D&D game starting up again. I got a little mini arc coming up on Wednesdays. And I'm about to make a big announcement. Give it 2 or 3 weeks. But I'm doing a brand new show format, I think, for Wednesdays. And it's gonna be something a little different, a little weird, gonna be a little wild, but we're gonna have a good time. And if you recognize the lyrics for that animated show, we're going to be best friends. And then on Thursday, we have some more fun at the Witchlight Carnival. And hopefully we get our good Froggy Boy back. Mother Cat, you want to give everybody a sneak peek of what happens on Thursday?
The plan was to play and have Gunther be back for this episode, so we get to do a back and forth instead.
I love it. Back and forth. It's great. So tune in for that. And then on Sunday, we're back in the studio, kids. The brand new incarnation of Strahd Sucks, the Agents of Chaos, will be debuting. You'll get to see all sorts of brand new characters and such, and fall in love with a whole new crowd of adventurers. And Epheria's coming back too. So
Oh man.
that's something I can look forward to personally as a DM. So yeah. So tune in for that and grow to love some of these amazing characters because oof a doof, I gave them too much freedom, and I'm not sure how they're all going to come together, but just like the best cover bands in existence, it's going to happen and it's going to sound beautiful. Who else has stuff going on? Maz, tell us where we can go to find you and get good oral.
God. Uh, you can find me on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Justin Jacinto. We just had a rather emotional couple episodes. So those will be posted later on this week. No one was hurt in the making of those episodes. At
Yes.
least no one told me. So if you did, you could, speak now forever hold your pieces. Pieces are held. You can find us there.
And Evermags, where can we find you doing the cool stuff that
You
you're
can
doing?
find me at the Every Mags with an A, pretty much everywhere on the socials. Right now, I am sort of on a little bit of a break. Hope to be back on Sunday, especially since I bleached my hair with some more costume character makeup.
This is me realizing that I wrote every Megs instead
It's
of
okay.
every Mags.
No.
It is a curse upon my usual name.
Is it really?
Yes.
I have changed it now in advance. I just there is no excuse other than I am slightly drunk. So like now it is
You're
fixed.
fine.
And Mother of Cats, where can we check out the cool stuff you're doing?
Other than Thursdays, you can find me on Fridays. Starting this week is my premiere at 7 p.m. EST on Fridays on Girls Run These Worlds. I'm doing a limited series of Candlekeep Mysteries for 12 episodes minus a week for people to go to Gen Con. So I'm really excited. My cast is really cool. Hopefully my cast list goes out on my Twitter. I'm Mother O Cats with a Z on Twitter. So if you want to follow along with that, hopefully I'll have an announcement the next couple days before the stream and not after.
Yeah.
That's very good for me. But stay tuned to the Discord for the latest and greatest and where you can find these amazing artists doing the cool stuff we do as we continue to forge safe spaces on the interwebs. All of that being said, I'm going to repeat one more time. This is a stream for mature audiences only. If you do not like F-bombs, I'm sure you can find reruns of The Office on TV somewhere. That's always good. You can go support another streamer. But if you are ready, grab your natty light. It's time to be a crab trucker. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my friends all around, it is time. We have not created characters. If we have created characters, I am not privy to those characters. In the game of Crab Road Truckers, Mother effing Crab Road Truckers, I, the storyteller, will be setting forth a goal for these amazing players. These players are going to use their particular skills as truckers to transport some goods from spot A to spot B. It's a very simple premise. However, in doing so, they are also 300 to 400 pound giant anthropomorphic crabs. All right. When designing our characters, you are supposed to pick words that sum up your character, certain archetypes, if you will. Okay, decapods get her done. Yes, thank you, Minnie B. That is very good. So let's start. Who has a character that they would like to introduce and wants to talk a little bit about the words that they are using to define their character? Deb, hit us.
I'm not sure if you realize, but I've actually been on the trucker scene for a little bit of time. I actually got married not too long after our last adventure to Crazy Al and his wonderful franchise that I've been heading up. We have 2 crab kids, Hermit and Snow. I love them so very, very much. They're just little nuggets that are just around, and I love it. I tend to be the brains of the operation, not the most clever, but I'm also, I'm nervous a lot. I'm also meticulous, which makes me real good at the books, and I'm also sometimes, when I need to be, a little bit of a flirt.
So you're the brains. You're nervous,
yeah,
meticulous, and flirty.
Meticulous. Yeah. Okay. You remember.
I
You remember King Crab.
I do as King Crab. I remember that. Who would like to introduce their character? Maz, let's go with you.
Cool. So I'm Gene. I am the leadster. Like I pick things up and I put them down.
Great.
I do it very well. So with my traits, there are some things that crabs are meant to be, and there's some things that crabs are not meant to be, and somehow Gene has acquired both. He is sclerotic, if you will, which means his exoskeleton is extra hard.
Sclerotic. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say extra hard because I'm
Amazing.
Because I feel like we'll have more fun with that, just as in terms of writing jokes. The jokes write themselves.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm absolutely for that. He is also the quiet type. But he is very emotional. So I have he is lacrimorse. So he is tearful at the sight of joy. He is your typical. He will not say a word, but one single tear rolls down his face.
Oh my gosh, so expressive. All right. You're a lifter. You're slurpy, so you got that extra hard. That's what the word was. And then you're lacrimose. What is the other last word that you're going to use?
Last one is he found a passion early in life, and someone told him that you can't light fire underwater. And he said, to hell with logic. So my last adjective is that Gene, the lifting crab, is incendiary.
Okay.
He knows a thing or two about fire and explosives.
I don't want to mince words, but incendiary doesn't mean you're good with fire.
Spontaneously combustible.
It does mean that there is fire associated with you. You know what? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm sure it's
Cool
fine.
word.
It's a great word. We love it. Peggy Joe, are you ready to share your truth with the world?
I am. I am indeed. I am the fighter. I am good at fighting. I am very much so rootin' tootin', aka fierce. I got the spirit for it.
Rootin'
I
tootin'.
am I'm strong. I mean, no one really asked to come to the gun show, but the gun show's here.
Yeah.
Tickets are free.
And tickets are always free. And I am very loyal. Do I need one more?
I got fighter. I got rootin' tootin'. What was the other one?
Oh God.
I might do fighter and then really good fighter as your second, because that's very good for me. Like,
All right.
not only am I a fighter, I'm a really good fighter.
Really good.
Macy said scrappy. I love that.
And
Scrappy works for me.
I'll do scrappy. It's different from Maz's, like the tough one, the Saskatchewan, like the word that he used. So, but you're just scrappy. You're good in a fight.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We literally just looked at the thesaurus and we're like, those are nice words.
Okay. That is our fighter crab. Mother of cats.
All right. So I didn't realize that I definitely wrote this correctly earlier. So here goes. I wrote something and I'm going to tell you my 4 adjectives as they come up. They're all in a row. I didn't realize I did this so well. All right.
Can you touch when you maybe touch your nose when you've hit the adjective? It's like
Oh,
you
I
know.
have to say the adjective separately. It's not written.
Okay,
down.
got
I
it.
don't have enough time. I'm so sorry. There's a reason high noon and high tide both start with the same 5 letters. But nothing gets you higher than the rush of adrenaline and the raw smell of gasoline and ammonia that we crabs excrete while cruising on the open road can give. It's a wonder we don't explode like those there underwater mines in Finding Nemo, but we found Nemo and he's a bitch. There's only one thing that can trap me, and that's my stepson's baby daddy, One Claw Willie. That crab knows my 10 legs and torso better than the sorry fisherman I circumcised at his left foreknuckle back in 06. I'm big. I'm bad, and I can wolf down just about anything smaller than I am, including your mom. You could say she was the founder of Ocean Spray once I got my clothes on her.
You got to muscle through. You did this. You started this. You will damn well finish it. Finish your plate.
I would like to say, my weapon, wit. I'm quick. I rolled the quick Spitfire trait. My ass, fat. I'm thick. Right?
Please.
Ace.
My thighs, buttered. I'm tasty. And my road rage single-handedly forced the ocean to speed the fuck up. I'm angry.
Okay. Great.
I don't want to hear another bit that mine was over the top.
So listen, I have personally driven Guy fucking Fieri to Flavortown not once, but twice. And all I got with this lousy t-shirt. I'm Patty Jane, otherwise known as PJ, because I'll put you to sleep or I'll sleep with you. Whichever comes first, and I approve this message.
My God. Thank God we got the mature on this stream.
Ooh. Oh man, my face usually does not turn this red until about halfway through crab triggers. Patty Jane, hit me with those adjectives, because you said a lot of words just now, and I don't know if Nemo is a bitch is one word or like.
Um, so we've got thick,
Thick,
quick,
quick,
angry, and
Angry.
tasty.
angry, and tasty.
Mhm.
Quick, thick, angry, and tasty. Here's my favorite thing.
Mhm.
We have a varied array of crab road truckers here joining us today, and it brings this crab master no endless amount of delight that not a goddamn one of you took the driver adjective for crab road truckers.
Don't
So
hate it.
we have a truck. And we're decent. No one
Got our
here.
CDL,
Y'all
it's
have our
like-
permits.
It's
All right.
okay. It's got cruise control.
That's not what that's for, Deb.
No power
How
in
the
it.
older
force work?
Teslas.
Peggy Joe, Patty Jane, Deb, and Jean. You have lived on this planet Earth and done the most sacred of jobs. You have trucked. All right? You have transported goods for the people that they need. Diapers, you brought them. Eggs, I'm sure sometime. Flat screen TVs, maybe a few fell off the truck, but the majority of them got there. All right? You have been the best darn crab truckers that anyone could ever ask for, which is why you are called into the office of Krabby Co. Shipping Company, where you see your boss, the head honcho, a.k.a. King Crab. King Crab pulls the four of y'all into the office, and he sits you down, and you see a couple of the other little crabs like scuttling around as the four of you make your way. Four of you are familiar with one each other because game recognized game. And King Crab goes over and shuts the door behind him, and he sits back into his chair, just kind of lounges back, and he does something he's never done before, kids. He reaches underneath his desk and pulls out the champagne of beers, and puts four on the table to each of you, one to each, and he goes, "All right, I don't know how to put this, but I'm going to need the best for a job. Now, I can't tell you what the job is until you accept it. But the fate of the world, the fate of this whole damn crabby world, rests in your claws. Will you accept it?"
KFC, you know we will.
Okay.
I'm just glad I washed my claws first to accept it.
He cracks open his beer and he extends it out to the four of you. He goes, "The world is ending. Not everybody knows about it. Some bigwig scientist, from someplace smart like Orlando, has informed me that a meteorite, which is apparently a giant rock, is hurtling towards space and about to crash into the earth. That's why you need to meet your mission commander, Bruce Willis." An individual comes out and walks out from the back room and goes, "There's a meteorite that's going to crash into the earth. And I need you four crab truckers to truck harder than you've ever trucked before. You are going to truck to the meteorite, install a bomb into the meteorite, and blow it up, thereby saving the earth."
Gene will lean over to Deb. I love Snailmageddon. This is my favorite movie.
I'm sorry.
I'm a little shell shocked.
Steven Tyler's daughter was real hot.
I'm not familiar with that seminal film masterpiece.
It looks just like you.
No.
Another bald. Never mind. Sorry.
No, this is completely different. We're hiring truckers, like real salt of the earth types, to fly into space to blow up a meteorite to save the earth.
Someone write this down. This is a movie we can get Steven Tyler's daughter in again.
I got it.
Okay. Now, just so you're aware, there's a few snags. One being, y'all don't know how to operate a spaceship whatsoever.
Not with that attitude.
Okay, I like where your head is at, Gene. This is very good for me. Okay. The other is, there are rumors that there is an extraterrestrial presence that it has sent this meteorite towards us. And that meteorite is sent and is bound to hit our world on July 4th. That's why the name of this particular mission is Armageddon Dependence Day.
Yell that.
Oh man.
Armageddon Dependence Day. Armageddon Dependence Day.
Sorry, that's very important. All right, thank you.
Okay,
Watch
yeah,
your
very.
problems in this one.
Tell me who I need to fight. That's all.
All right. That being said, we have retrofitted your spaceship to be that of a truck.
Oh.
The four of you are led outside, and before you is a glorious, beautiful truck. The truck is one of those big, 16-wheelers, a big red cab at the very front of it, and you see that they've painted flames on the side to help it move faster. And things of that sort as it's being shot out, but the truck is pointed straight up, like so that when the back opens and the rocket boosters fire off, you will have to drive on the air to get to the meteorite and things of that sort. As the wheels will be what allows you to sort of like turn in the space for Armageddon Dependence Day. Okay, all right. Yes, Patty Jane.
Right. So real quick, first of all, I'd like to say fuck you real quick for giving us the shit alcohol while you were sipping on your beer. We got the champagne. Second of all, are we going to have to provide our own fuzzy dice? Because, I mean, what kind of a goddamn establishment is this? You got the flames on the side, but there are no danglers on that dash.
Gene will put a hand in front of Patty Jane with a single tear looking at this immense mechanical marvel. He goes, no, it's perfect in every way.
Well, good thing I brought my own. And Patty Jane reaches into her pants and pulls out red fuzzy dice. Just tell me where I can place them.
KFC, King Fucking Crab. Can I ask? Can I name our vessel for its maiden voyage?
I would be fine with that, and there's a little bit of time before we take off. So let me clarify a few things. One, Patty Jane, you were handed Miller High Lifes, which is the champagne of beers, my friend.
Oh.
So you're not drinking champagne because we're not French here, all right? So I'm not wearing a tuxedo. This is a sleeveless vest. You are drinking
Wow.
Miller High Life. Two, each of you will be able to add a facet to your rig, be it a name, be it fuzzy dice. This is purely aesthetic. It must serve no other purpose than just giving you a little bit of ownership over this beautiful, beautiful rig. Now, how this is going to operate is she drives like a regular truck, okay? However, the back of this truck, okay, is equipped with 4 rockets, okay? 4 of those rockets, which are being held together with duct tape and hope, much like the Carousel of Progress. Okay, you got 4 of them. Now you can use those rockets any which way you want to, but you need to save at least one in order to blow up that meteorite for Armageddon Dependence Day. Okay, so you got 3 of them sitting in the cab of this truck. Okay, that you can fire off at any time, should you so choose, from the dash, okay? That being said, what are the 4 of you adding to your rig?
I'm gonna wait until everyone else gives a turn, because then I gotta know how we're gonna adorn this beauty before I can properly name her.
Wait. Before I add the dice, what kind of music system are we rocking with currently?
It is an 8-track player, American made.
What song?
Tom Petty in it.
Is it 500 miles on repeat? Because I love that.
Proclaimers, an Irish band.
It's got Tom Petty's greatest hits.
Oh.
It has 1 cassette that is just 8 tracks of Sweet Home Alabama played at different tempos.
Classic.
And the soundtrack from Gypsy, the original broadcast recording with Bette Midler.
Everything's coming up roses in my book.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So we get 2 adornments, is that correct?
Each of
Everybody
you,
gets
Or just one?
everybody gets one adornment, one sort of thing that you can add to this to claim this rig as your own.
So Deb's gonna walk to the back where there's, I'm assuming that there's a couple of little tiny windows that are probably a little dirty because this truck's probably been sitting out for a little bit, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Then she's gonna just draw a nice little dick on one of the back windows.
Okay, great. Is that what you were going to do, Gene?
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
You see,
Gene!
you see one tear fall down from Gene's face as he watches this.
Gene, I can't do both. I can only place one of my items, but I do have a spare pair of truck nuts if you'd like to do the placing.
It's not the same
them.
anymore. They're not gonna put truck nuts on this magical marvel.
You could.
Maybe on your silly land trucks, but not space trucks.
Well, I
As
was gonna put a
Gene
space truck.
Gene walks over, and instead of truck nuts, he finds the 2 biggest bolts he can find because we're futuristic in this motherfucker.
It is the year 2022, so we
Futures now.
yeah.
Futures now.
You're doing little like bolts, little nuts on there.
The biggest tractor bolts that I can find.
Tractor bolts. All right,
Whoa.
I'm into it. Okay.
Peggy, you got us a name?
I do. Just the first one is one of my favorites, and honestly, the same as my cow growing up. Bessie.
Oh, perfect.
It's classic, it's sturdy, it's reliable, just like I can tell she's gonna be. So I think we'll be fine.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Bessie.
Welcome, player 5.
Bessie is so christened.
Oh.
As Bessie takes the stage, all of you begin to board into this rocket and begin to prepare yourselves for launch. There are 4 available spots on this truck. Now, the cab itself is big enough to fit all 4 of you if you want to, but there are a few spaces you can go, okay? Driver's side, passenger side, and just the cab, like there's a little bench that everybody can fit back there. There's one sort of carabiner rope hook like on the roof of the cab, okay? So somebody could strap themselves in if they trusted in this rope and just kind of hang out at the top of it. The other spot is in with the rockets. Now, only the individual that is in with the rockets can release the rockets to fire them off. They can be shot from the cab, but in order to prep them, somebody's actually got to go in the back and just sort of arm the rocket, okay? So all 4 of y'all could fit in the cab. One person can fit on the roof. However many people want to could fit in the back. Now, there is cruise control on this thing, and you're in space, okay? So once you get up there, if you want to just hit cruise control, that's fine. But if anything happens, y'all are going to be reactionary for the most part until you can get yourselves over to that driver's seat and kind of get things under control, okay? So right before this rocket takes off, you see your people, trucker after trucker after trucker, pulling up to the greatest truck stop in the world. As everybody gears up to this truck stop and grab some food from that Buc-ee's. You see all of them gearing up. All of them wearing the little like beaver shirts and hats and things of that sort, as they just give you the trucker salute, which is everybody just honking their horns as loudly as they possibly can. As this bad boy takes off, as Bessie is about to leave this earth for Armageddon Independence Day, where is everybody situated?
On the roof.
Gene, you are strapped into the roof as the rocket's about to take off. Peggy Jo.
I'm gonna be back by. You need some guns? You need them back by the rockets. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeehaw and all that.
Peggy Jo's back by the rockets. Deb and Patty Jane.
You want to drive?
I mean, you mentioned that you have lots of road rage, so I feel like you have lots of, a lot of experience in that. And plus, Bruce Willis, can I get a map so I can make sure we're heading in the right direction?
Bruce Willis comes forward and is like, "Do y'all need a driver? Y'all just need somebody to sit in the seat so it frees y'all up a little bit."
I mean,
I take offense to that.
because I get
No
anxiety.
fucking way.
Are you sure? Like, because Bruce Willis looks to the crowd and is like, because we could pull somebody to be the driver and free y'all up a little bit. But if y'all want to drive, that's fine. He hands you a map, Deb, and it is drawn on the back of a Denny's menu, kids menu, and it has a big circle on it that says Earth, and then there's a little dotted line to a big old rock, and it says asteroid. But it's spelled ASSTEROID.
Actually, like 4 rockets, or are we dealing with like a third and one drawn on, or do we actually have 4 rockets?
Peggy
Have
Joe,
you checked the cargo?
you jump on the radio and radio back to the back, and Peggy Joe, you wanna as you asked, like, Peggy Joe, you lift the sheets off, and yeah, I mean it's the most bottle rockets you've ever seen, like, tied together. But it's a ton of them, and you got like 4 regular size rockets, but they are actually just hundreds of bottle rockets that have been confiscated from various stands, like, and things of that sort. But you sure enough have 4 rockets in the bag.
We got enough back here. We got enough back here for some sort of firepower. They'll get us there. Now, granted, I ain't no math. I ain't no math in person. Math is illegal where I'm from, so I'm just going on guesstimates. I think we're gonna be fine.
I would like to say that I'm angry and I'm quick, so that's about as good of a driver as we're gonna get.
Okay.
So,
I mean, if you'll be up front, I mean, as long as I have somebody, because it's really the anxiety that just drives up once I'm right behind the wheel. As long as I have, like, that person for, like, moral support, I think I'll be fine.
Deb, you're gonna be fine. I've seen this much fire at a barbecue for a baby shower.
Yeah.
And more.
Okay, yeah.
I haven't seen that many bottle rockets since my last gender reveal.
Yeah, Patty Jane, I'll go ahead and drive.
Dan, how about this? I'll hold the map, you hold the wheel, and I'll push the lever, okay? So that way...
That helps, because that part scares me.
You're treating this like the improv game where somebody's hands are, like, forward moving, like, so the...
It's like, let me take the wheel, Mom. You can handle the pedals. I just want a wheel.
The map is blocking the driver's side window.
I need a phone book.
Great. Y'all set up in the weirdest, like, configuration to, like, how many crabs does it take to drive a truck? Apparently 2.
It's efficient.
As that happens, a countdown clock begins to count off. And when I say countdown clock, they didn't have enough money to spend for, like, a computer, so it's just Jerry in the way back just screaming out real loud because he dropped the megaphone a few hours ago and it is not working. So he's just screaming, 10, 9, 8, 7.
So proud of Jerry. He's learned his numbers.
6.
He only was 5 last week.
Oh, wait, I got a text. Hang on.
Oh, great. This gives me 2 seconds. Deb's going to roll down the window.
Okay.
And wave outside. Goodbye, Crazy Al, Hermit, and Snow. I love you all so very much. We'll have crab barrel whenever I get back, okay, honeys?
You see him in the crowd holding the kids, and your littlest one kind of jumps off of his shoulders and takes a few steps forward and goes to salute himself as you are in the driver's seat. You salute back, and as you salute back, the rocket begins to take off. Immediately, y'all are in Armageddon Independence Day, because as this trucker begins to take off, as Bessie begins to shoot towards eternity to save the Earth, that is when the alien spaceships come in. The UFOs will swoop down out of nowhere. The UFOs come by and they start strafing the individuals that are in the crowd. You watch as your son, a blaster shot comes forward, Deb, and aims right for that kiddo and hits the ground in front of him, and you see just a cloud of smoke as your rocket begins to take off. One of the ships strafes by, and they are destroying every truck that is around the area. Heroes, this is what has happened as your rocket is beginning to take off.
Allowed to fucking wake it, or is that, is that not
God.
allowed?
No, you can influence the story however you want. Now, here's the deal. For everybody paying attention and watching right now, this is how you play Mother Effing Crab Truckers. You contribute to the story as much as you want to. But if I feel like you have jumped the proverbial shark, a player or myself can say the magic words, "No fucking way." And if I say that, we will have a roll-off to determine whether what you just did was able to be accomplished. Now, y'all listed some fun words for me that describe your character. Words like lifter or rootin' tootin' or, as Moswald put it, Sacramento. And these can be all sorts of different words, all right, to describe how you are. Now, if your words help describe that, you might be able to roll more dice. But it's still going up against me, Crab Master, okay? Because we are trying to tell the greatest story ever told, Armageddon Independence Day. All right.
It's almost like Scrab gave us crabs and he can take them away at any minute.
Oh, thank God. There's relief in that.
Much like the opposite of my actual life. I can take away those crabs at any time I want. Because the writer crafts the ideal world. All right. That being said, the UFOs straight past the truckers, blasting huge holes into the trucks. You see crabs begin to shatter, and it is a terrifying but delicious smell that begins to waft over this Buc-ee's as the smell of cooked crab just begins to permeate the air all around. You hate yourself just a little bit for enjoying how good it smells as your rocket begins to take off towards the sky. Are we doing anything? No.
Probably dry heaving a little.
Try
Yeah,
a little.
right,
There's,
cried.
Yep. You are continuing to drive forward, and as you drive forward, one of those flying saucers whips around and makes itself and interposes itself in front of you all. As you do, you finally get your first glance at your alien invaders. There is this long metal snout that seems to go forward like this. It's just a pointed sort of metal helmet with one sort of eye thing. You remember when Grandma accidentally got pink eye in both eyes twice? And they didn't have an eye patch. They just gave her a kind of a wonky sleep mask. It looks like that, but metal. Okay, so she's just this flying saucer staring down, and you see the who's ever flying this flying saucer put itself in front of the truck. Deb and Patty Jane, Gene, you would see this too, and Peggy Joe, I feel like you got a bird's eye view from where you are. I'll say there's little monitors, so you're able to monitor exactly what's going on outside. That rocket is going forward, and these aliens just look like they're going to intercept you. If y'all don't do anything, you're just going to crash right into it.
I need a bottle rocket.
Okay. What do you mean you need a bottle rocket? We all need bottle rockets, Gene. Say something smart.
Don't we have a whole strap full? Just pull one off a rocket.
Are you telling me before you got on the rocket, you strapped yourself with bottle rockets?
No.
You want to sneak into the place where the other rockets are, take one of those little baby bottle rockets, and go back up to the top?
This is a small one.
No fucking way you are not. Give me a roll. Let's see if you can in all of your genius, your crab trucker genius, you were able to sneak down, climb into that spot, grab a bottle rocket, and climb right back up to the spot that you were in. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay. What'd you get?
An 8 and a 4.
Okay. I got an 8 and a 2.
Yeah, take my
Gene.
bottle rocket.
Gene, you scuttled your crabby trucker butt off the thing, and you just kind of come in. Peggy Joe, you look up in shock and awe as Gene looks up at you, stoic as all heck, and grabs a bottle rocket and climbs back up to the top of the cab.
I'm going to now.
It's like, you be good to that baby bottle pop.
I will then take my well-equipped bottle rocket and activate my incendiary trait and shoot the bottle rocket at the pilot.
Gene Elizabeth Crab. This is a flying saucer. This is some J.J. Abrams bullshit, and you are throwing a side of the super Tarjay like little dinky like bottle rocket at this. What makes you... Okay, I will let you do this, but the odds are stacked against you. So your incendiary is going to cancel out here, my dude. Patty Jane, what?
Would like to help.
How would you like to help this situation?
Can we say that Patty Jane, like a sleep apnea mask?
I'm sorry, Patty Jane. You got on the truck with your CPAP machine?
No,
We've said a lot of weird things in the past 20 minutes.
It's the essentials. You don't question what one does when they sleep.
When duty calls, you hop out of bed with your sleep apnea mask around your neck.
Okay.
Right?
Exactly.
With half of the oxygen tube still dangling off the back of you. So,
Okay.
And I gave up smoking a while ago. Right? But I still have a few matches to spare. So I figure we have Mr. Incendiary light one of them matches, stick it up that there sleep apnea mask chute, and fling that sucker with the elastics on the back.
Here is why the movie Jaws worked, is because he was throwing the oxygen tank like down. You want Gene to throw the thing up at the thing.
I already have the force of the rocket carrying it up with me.
The rocket is creating centrifugal. The Bill Nye science theory says that rocket is going to
going up if we weren't generating upward thrust.
I'll tell you this. Patty Jane, you have solved the issue of creating a massive explosion. Gene.
Yeah,
Patty Jane hands you her CPAP machine that has little canisters of oxygen and basically hands it to you, the crab pap machine, and says, Gene, when you throw a bottle rocket, throw it with this. Gene.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still thinking you're going to roll this at disadvantage because if anybody else here wants to help in a way that is conceivable to help Gene with this mission, I will take away that disadvantage. But if not, it's just going to be a straight roll.
Now, is there a way?
Yeah, there is. There's always a way.
I mean, I know there's a will, but I'm asking if there's a way. Is there a way that Peggy Jo could come out from where the rockets are and somehow, chuck this thing further with, to she's not good at math, but she knows, hey, if,
if one person can throw a baseball 20 feet, two people can throw the same baseball 40 feet.
D&D nerds will understand this as the villager catapult.
Math is mathin' for the first time in your life, Peggy Jo.
It's look. I watched enough roller derby where I grew up. We know that a double whip has more speed and velocity. I don't know how it works.
All right.
Saw it on Mythbusters.
Deb, what you got?
So in space, nobody can hear you scream, but they sure can hear a horn. So I would like to use the centrifugal force that would come behind the horn to help, push it a little bit further at the same time as soon as it is being pushed out and thrown or slingshotted.
I love this. Here's how this is going to work. Peggy Jo, you can climb up next to Gene and use your assistedness to throw that crab pap machine with a bottle rocket stuck to it at this incoming flying saucer in the most janky redneck bomb I've ever heard of in my entire life. Now, here is the deal. Deb is going to honk the horn to distract it for just a second. All negatives have been replaced by this, okay? So, Gene, this is a straight 2d8 roll for you as you throw a CPAP machine and a bottle rocket at the future tech. Now, Peggy Joe is not strapped in. If this goes bad, Peggy Joe could be blasted off of this rocket before y'all even get to the mission.
If I take the disadvantage, can I use my lifter ability to keep her on if things go sour?
Absolutely, you can. That must be a crab risk that you are willing to take.
I will. I don't want to lose a crab that early. So
Good. All right.
Crab bisque.
crab, we stay together.
The two of you grab this community college MacGyver bomb and fling it towards the flying saucer.
Can I describe what the horn sounds like?
What does the horn sound like? The opening lyrics of the seminal masterpiece Green Onion start playing on the horn. Gene, 2 rolls, buddy. You got to roll 3d8. Take the 2 lowest of those.
So a 3 and a 5 are the 2 lowest, so an 8.
I got a 3 and a 5 as well.
Oh.
The other one was a 7.
Oh, that doesn't matter. What happens here?
Reroll. You roll off.
All right. Let's just
one-on-one.
roll 1d8.
Yeah, it's a 1-on.
1d8. Gene, I'm going to roll this in the chat.
I'll do it in chat too.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
It'll be under. Yeah. Ooh.
That's a 7 for me.
Oh man. Oh. No, 3.
You throw that CPAP machine bottle rocket and it slams into the flying saucer and does not explode. It does not, it just hits it and dings off of it. And the flying saucer looks very confused as to what y'all just threw at it. The car begins to go forward, and it's just a massive game of chicken. In just a second, this truck is going to slam into the flying saucer, which is exactly what it wanted to have happen. As that happens, the 2 individuals inside hit the eject button. Their jetpacks exploding. You see 2 metallic wings sprout out from the backs of these things. As these 2 individuals fly up in the air towards another awaiting spaceship, as this truck is about to slam headfirst into this now dormant flying saucer that's just sitting there, as the 2 individuals have just flown out of it and have left it in your path.
Got a stupid idea.
Are they seagulls?
You don't know, they're aliens.
They're aliens. How long do I have on this rope? How long is this strap?
Man, I don't know. It's a rope.
Yeah, man. Fine.
Hang on. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll tell you how many feet this is. That bit me in the butt. It's 80 feet.
Yeah. 80 feet of rope. Cool. I've got a defensive thing. I don't have a like to go through. He's just going to climb up to the top of the rocket as it goes up, and use his sturdy ass shell as a battering ram.
Oh no. Okay. You want to
take most of the force for the truck?
It's not a bad plan.
That's how you get cracked.
Yeah, it happens.
Gene looks at you, Peggy Joe, makes eye contact, and then jumps in that slow-mo jump towards the front of the cab. so that he will be the one to impact against that flying saucer, not the cab itself. Patty, Jane, and Deb, you're just driving straight forward, and then all of a sudden Gene positions himself in such a way. Gene, who doesn't talk much, is just kind of looks at the two of you as he hunkers down, bracing himself at the front of it. Sure enough, Gene slams into that flying saucer, knocking it askew as it.
No fucking way.
Are you no fucking way in me?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
He gets another shot. Yeah. Read the script.
No fucking way.
Wait,
All
when you're
right.
describing what your crab is doing. Wait.
So it would be the story.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets another shot.
So it would be a roll off between you and me.
Yeah, so get wrecked, Crab Master. How about that?
Guys, I'd rather you not piss off the CM when I'm the one taking the brunt of the damage.
I'm gonna say everyone gets one fuck off Crab Master.
That's what we did last time.
Yeah, I'm into this.
Oh,
Okay, Deb, let's roll off.
This is insane. Isn't it a good thing that
What'd you get?
I got a 14.
I got a 2 and an 8. I got a 10. Gene, it looks like you're going to crash into this, and all of y'all hear this ding, as you look down, and Gene has 2 giant claws that have grabbed the UFO, and instead of crashing into it, he has embodied Lifter. And is now pushing this like the hood ornament from hell. As you fly forward and go into the atmosphere, Gene, you just sort of like shuck it off to the side as the UFO ship begins to burn up in the atmosphere. As congratulations, heroes, you have made it into space.
Step 1, done.
Step 1 done.
boy, howdy, we're happy.
Crab truckers.
Gene,
I think we're good. Yeah, 1 tier.
One
is a yes.
Crab truckers, you find yourself floating in the inky black of space, and it's majestic as you look down and see the world that you left behind. A beautiful place filled with 6-packs that tell you if a beer is cold based on the color on the beer itself. You left Buffalo Wild Wings. So many Buffalo Wild Wings.
We left Buc-ee's. We left the Beaver Nuggets.
You left the Beaver Nuggets, and you are flying towards the ominous shape of this giant meteorite that is flying towards the Earth. And as that happens, as Gene kind of tosses aside, Gene's still on the cab of the truck. Peggy, Joe, you're still on the roof, just sort of precariously perched. Patty, Jane, and Deb, you're in the cab, and all of a sudden there's a sputter from the engine. As there's a roar, 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 and you start losing all momentum. As this engine cuts out, something has gone terribly wrong with Bessie. And all of a sudden, your forward momentum stops. You're still kind of moving a little bit. But then all of a sudden, Gene is added a weight to the front of this thing. And this ship starts to go forward and start to kind of flip over and float like this towards the meteorite as things start to get a little wibbly wonky and just in terms of direction as you are trucking down this road.
Okay. So if I'm on the roof and I'm starting to feel us go ass over tea kettle,
Yep.
I gotta make sure that I'm doing okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my mighty arms, my mighty claws, and clamp down so then I can shimmy and shake and scuttle myself back towards the rockets to see if I can't help us.
I'd say your rootin' tootin' self. You are able to shimmy and shake your way back over towards the rockets. As you get down there and look, because you were not in that space and you were solving the problem, one of those rockets has been destroyed. The masking tape used to hold all those bottle rockets together has come off. And they're just sort of floating in space right now in the truck cab. Okay, so in the back of this truck. So you are down to 3 rockets total, but a bunch of loose floating bottle rockets. Okay.
Jean, my little lamb, where are you? Like, where are you right now? Because
One claw goes over the cab.
I have no idea if you can get back here, but as you float on by, if you find any rockets loose, you snag them, grab them, and bag them.
I've got 80 feet of rope, so yeah.
Are you just gonna let go and hopefully float backwards?
I mean, if I'm still attached, I'm gonna make sure I'm still attached.
You look like you're attached on the belt.
Oh man. Yeah, what the hell? It's fine. He's gonna go around looking for bottle rockets.
Okay. Cool. Gene, you are able to gather up like 8 rockets that are just sort of floating in the abyss of space. Deb and Patty Jane, you watch as Gene's just kind of floating around as this thing continues to kind of move forward, flipping over and over and over. And Patty and Deb, y'all are the ones that notice that this thing is getting way off course. This is not sustainable. As big as that meteorite is, y'all are gonna go well south of it unless you can get back control of this rig.
Listen, Deb. Oh wait, you want to go first?
Yeah, I think I got an idea that I would like
also
to
have an
try.
idea.
Okay.
I feel like we got this between our 2 ideas.
All right.
Yes, we do.
Okay, gotcha. So I want to take the bed in the back of the cab, all right? And I'm going to undress it. And I want to get up and get up in the front, get up on the grill.
I'm still with you.
And I want to create a parachute to hopefully make it kind of even out.
Right.
A space parachute.
Of course.
Perfect. How do we feel?
Notes.
And I understand that Gene's got quite the job out there. Each one of them is worth a quarter. It's hard work.
Yeah.
But so listen, how about this is gonna be real far fetched.
Because we haven't already hit that already.
No.
Is there enough space for Deb to be on top of the cab? Well, I open up. You know how on trucks they open up this way? So hopefully that creates enough drag, right? And I identify one of my adjectives is tasty. So I'm hoping that by my thighs being covered in butter, I can give this thing a little grease.
I mean, I do love a good drag show.
Right.
They're the best. They're the absolute best.
What a great night. I love crab truckers.
I'm gonna say no fucking way.
I've been to one of those with the bottomless mimosas.
Okay.
Is this a both?
This is a 2-part no fucking way, because the butter on the thighs I feel like is a completely different realm that we are in. But the parachute in space, let's tackle that one first.
I'm using my brain, so.
Deb, you go over and get the My Little Pony, My Little Crab Pony sheets.
My little seahorse.
My Little Seahorse sheets, and you fashion into what appears to be a parachute, and then you're just gonna stick your arms out the door and just kind of.
I'm getting out and on top of the cab.
And just kind of hold it up to slow it down. Okay, let's roll. Let's roll for that to see how it goes.
Yeah, there's nothing a well-buttered crab leg can't get it through.
See, chat gets it.
That's a nat 16.
A nat 16. That was an 8 for me. Y'all, it defies logic, but Deb is able to fix the problem of slowing down the momentum enough, because there's no wind in space, but Deb has willed it so. She uses the sheet.
We can't question things, just like we don't know how bread becomes toast. It's fine.
Exactly. This is crab logic. It's very different than normal human logic.
I was taught why bread becomes toast. God. So you create the parachute. You create the parachute.
Sure do.
Slow it down. Slow it down. And then Patty Jane, can I get clarified butter on how your thighs, like the part of this plan, what are you trying to slow down?
No, I'm not trying to slow down anything. I'm trying to speed up the engine. I'm quick. I'm fast and I'm tasty.
So you're trying to just rub your thighs on the engine by greasing it down. Great. So, okay. So it's a lot like that.
This is like a reverse. I don't want to say that.
No, this is like somebody trying to make a White Snake music video with $4.50.
Oh my god!
Are you pouring some sugar on it?
Sure am.
No, she's pouring some stevia on it. Like she's not.
Ain't nothing a little Crisco can't help. It's fine.
Okay. Patty Jane, I will say this. This is baffling. I'm gonna say your tasty trait will cancel out the sheer absurdity of this plan. This will be a straight roll between you and me. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
That's
I
only
thought
a 5.
bread became toast because of a stroke.
That's a 4. That's a 4 and a 2 for me. What did you get?
Oh, I had to roll 2.
Yeah.
2d8.
That's a 5 and a 2.
So you beat me by 1. Yeah, like.
By this man.
Peggy Jo, Deb, and Jean, go ahead and just roll me a d8.
Oh. Show enough.
I got a 3.
3?
I got him too.
Hey.
A 2?
I got 7.
Jean, you're kind of into it.
Yeah, man.
Deb and Peggy Jo, like, you can admire the ingenuity, but Jean, you take a second, man. There's like, this has unlocked something in you. Something about like butter and the engine, and like you're not. Yeah, so
It's one heavy.
It's almost like it's rubbing him the right way.
yeah.
Oh, never mind. I've lost all interest.
Much like me, the scribe in high school, it was saying something that really unsealed the deal. So
I can't believe it is butter,
I can't believe it is.
It's like the Ponderosa back home.
The car kicks on, the engine kicks on, and Deb is able to slow it down just enough that Peggy Jo, Jean, you are able to gather up a whole bunch of bottle rockets, but you are not able to reconstitute this rocket. But y'all have enough that if y'all were to get clever with it, you just have some floating like rocket debris and rocket pieces every which way. Okay?
That's got it.
You begin to fly past. Okay, now that the engine is working, you reconnect and things of that sort, and it looks like you are going to get to that asteroid and make it and save the entire world as we know it. And then the first ship crests from behind it, and then the second, and then a veritable Armageddon Independence Day armada of alien ships begins to form a wall around you. Okay.
No fucking way.
Okay. All right. Let's roll off, Peggy Jo.
Every time it gets me like it's the first
Max.
time.
That is 12. 2 6s.
That is a 4 and a 7. You beat me by 1 again. All this impenetrable wall forms, except for one alien who got real drunk the night before at that same Buc-ee's, and there is one tiny hole that you are able to just sort of thread the needle, and you see all the aliens sort of looking down, being like, "Oh, come on, man!" As they all immediately, because the DM did not plan for this whatsoever, turn around, and then it turns into Dukes of Hazzard. Patty Jane, Deb, you kick it into overdrive as all of these ships, I will say like 16 or 17 17 in total, begin to storm after you. The lead ship, a little bit larger than the rest of the flying saucers, rips off the mask holding it, and you see it. You see the face of the alien, the white feathers coming off of it, the natural enemy of the crab, the seagull.
Fucking knew it. I knew they didn't have a single damn weakness. I knew it.
The alien overlord at the lead ship looks down at the truck, and as if all the other aliens are looking up at them for an order, the alien overlord looks down and speaks one word that radiates throughout the entirety of the other ships. A word that carries with it unimaginable power and gravitas. Mine? With that, the rest of the aliens, mine, as they begin to swarm and dive bomb Bessie. Deb, what do you got?
Now, I've done some reading and also been some places, specifically the beach. And one thing that always really bothered seagulls, from whatever I could tell, was, and she puts in an 8-track tape and cranks up the volume, and it's Born in the USA.
It's the 4th of July.
It's the 4th of July. Probably the greatest song to ever exist. Begins
and also,
to crank out.
Just want to let you know that this one, it goes to 11.
Okay.
It goes to 11.
It goes to 11.
It's very important.
Josh John Wright does.
Born in the USA starts issuing forth from the most patriotic truck in existence, Bessie, as 4 crabs, the saviors of the universe, begin to fly forward towards this meteorite that is about to strike into the earth. All of you are being chased by these flying saucers, and the flying saucers, with Born in the USA playing in the background, begin to fire off their cannons and lasers, peppering the back of the truck. You see another one of the rockets immediately, is just hit with enough force, concussive force, that the back doors blow open, and another rocket goes, starts to tumble out in pieces, leaving just 2 rockets behind. Crabs, what are we doing? Are we just maintaining our force straight ahead as these lasers are being shot at you as they're chasing behind?
Are these loose gulls, or are they all encased in safe flight?
They're all encased in flying saucers.
So they're in safety capsules. But do all of them have the fancy dancy super suits that the first couple had?
They do. The only lead one took off their helmet and mask to reveal their true visage.
Awesome. All right, I have a plan.
Okay.
Which one of us is the smallest?
Oh, boy.
I mean, I'm small but mighty. We've known this.
Peggy Jo.
True. All right. Peggy Jo, you're already in the back. How convenient. All right. So, you remember how earlier I said we met Emo and he's a bitch?
Yeah,
So,
I remember that.
hypothetically, if we could get these things out of their little capsules, right, and entice them to plummet themselves forward into sweet nothingness, do we still have the My Little Seahorse sheet that 2 of us could perhaps sit on either side of the back of the truck while one person drives and Peggy's in the back, and as soon as they come for Peggy, we just lift up the sheet and they all get stuck? You know what I mean? And then we use them. We shake. No, listen, that's not the end of the plan. So we shake the My Little Seahorse thing, right? And they all flip around and all their beaks go right, like a catapult situation, you, and all of them just head right for their meteor, and their beaks will shatter it for us.
Nothing could possibly go wrong with that plan.
Right.
Okay. So
Only a few steps.
This is all predicated on a thing. Patty Jane, you go, listen, first we need to get them out of their spaceships. Second, we need them to dive bomb a specific spot on the truck.
Can I? Oh, I've got a way to distract him.
Okay.
Mostly because the way that we show dominance where I'm from, especially when we just pull a maneuver like that, is we moon them. It's like we moon them. I want them to and be like, hey, you idiots, come touch the butt. Let's go.
God's coming in tonight, baby.
Can't
I'm
deny
in.
but
Patty Jane, are you going to go up where Peggy Joe is and hold this sheet?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I put myself in the line of fire for
Great.
what's right.
Patty Jane, you crawl out of the driver's side as Peggy Joe went full moon on these seagulls, okay? Gene, you are still gathering bottle rockets and floating around space as this plan is going on. Deb, you are now alone driving the truck, and your anxiety is kicking something fierce. A few things happen all at once. Peggy Joe has gathered the attention of these seagulls as you are getting closer and closer to this meteorite. Deb, you start to feel the sweats coming on. You got them meat sweats, but you ain't had no meat.
It's really good. It's really good that nobody's in the front cab right now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, it's fine. And Gene, what are you doing? While Peggy Joe Peggy Joe and Patty Jane, I can't believe y'all picked those names, are getting ready with the sheet. What are you doing?
I'm gonna come back to the cab, but now I don't know what's going on here, so I'm not gonna join on this cluster. How close are they? Like, are they buzzing us pretty quick?
They're catching up on you.
Okay.
They're realizing that it's no moon.
It's a full moon night. It's full moon and an asteroid. I want to.
That was
I want to wait for one to get within the 80 feet of rope that I have. I know how much these lift or these weigh now because I've lifted one.
Right.
So I want to grab one and just do like pirouettes with it as it shoots its neighbors.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Lift it up and not put it back down.
No fucking way. John, okay, there's one thing, like you catching this thing, but you just going like, like using it as it's firing to fire off at other individuals.
And if anything, it'd weigh less because we're in space.
Let's do a couple of things all at once, okay?
Yeah.
A couple of things all at once. Jean, give me a roll.
Am I rolling 3?
You're rolling 3. Take the best of those 3 because I rolled hot.
Ooh, I rolled a 7 and a 6, so a 13.
Okay, I rolled a 13 as well. One more roll off.
Damn. I'll do it in the chat again. Nope, that's not it. That's not the command.
Almost.
No mas.
Oh God,
buddy.
Oh, come on, 1. Come on, 1.
I rolled it before. It was not a 1.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
You grab this flying saucer, and I gotta have this happen. Gene, as you grab the flying saucer and go to like do it, you're like, oh no, I don't have my footy. Like, Gene begins to hold on to this thing, and this flying saucer just flies up. And so now Gene is at a midway point because the rope is still attached. So the flying saucer is pulling, the rope is taut, but Gene, you feel your shells start to shake and get ready to crack.
We've had some bruising recently, so
yeah. Okay, that's there. Peggy Joe and Patty Jane. I will say that Peggy Joe has got them out of their ship and they are dive bombing towards you. To make sure the tensile strength of this sheet works, I will do a roll off, but I think it's only fair that both of y'all roll 1d8 since this is a joint plan. Okay?
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
who would have seen it coming?
That's a 7 and
8.
a 2 for me.
4.
10
8 to
versus 12. Holy crap. I will say this. Peggy Joe and Patty Jane, these birds go flying, and you start to feel them get stuck to the sheet, like as the beat kind of comes forward and stuff like that. It's a doom, 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 as you're just kind of shifting back and forth, just kind of stopping them in place. But you watch up as Gene is held at that middle point. Deb, you look in the rear view mirrors and see this scene unfolding. What are you doing?
You know how we mentioned that I was nervous earlier?
Yeah?
This might be really bad, but I have a feeling that Deb would faint on on the controls, which would essentially drive us into hyperdrive straight towards the asteroid.
Okay. Deb is like, all right, Deb, now's your time. You can do this.
You can do.
Deb, all of you feel the as the ship just goes into hyperdrive. Heroes, crab truckers. In just a second, Bessie, with 2 of the giantest bottle rockets that God has ever created, and is about to slam into this asteroid. So you have saved the Earth. You
Yay.
know this. But I don't know how you're getting out of this, crab truckers. As the car goes careening towards the Earth, or towards that meteorite to blow it up, Peggy Joe and Patty Jane, each of you holding one side of the sheet. Gene, you being at a midway point of holding a flying saucer and being connected by that rope, and Deb passed out, just starting to come to consciousness. You each have time to do one thing, and that's either to crank the tunes, to do something as you begin to come to consciousness and you realize the full weight of this situation for
No fucking way.
Armageddon Independence Day. What are you no fucking way in?
The direction of the thing that I am holding, of the saucer, because we're assuming that it's coming behind us. But what actually happened was it swung at the last minute, which allows the truck to pivot and drop the nukes onto the asteroid as we bail it the fuck out.
This bird inside of this thing that has jumped out now, and the car's on autopilot. You look up just in time as you see a little like bag of bird seed fall and hit the lever. Roll with me, Gene.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Double 8, baby.
Double 8. Okay. In slow motion, this thing flips around. You are no longer facing the asteroid, but the back of the cab is facing it with all of the rockets, okay? Prime to it. That being said, there is not a single one of you that is where those rockets are. And the person that can fire even the unarmed rocket is just coming back into consciousness. But I will say this, Gene, you set yourselves up for a better place as you flip that car around. Patty Jane, and Peggy Joe.
Yes.
Hmm. Oh.
So, at this point, I'm just like, I'm on our comms. Breaker 19er, Deb! Little Debbie! Little Debbie! Are you okay? And like only mumbled responses. I'm gonna guess that this is, optimal technology, so this has some sort of Bluetooth, blue shark tooth, if you will.
Wow.
Yeah, each of the rockets has like you're talking about the rockets themselves, like have Bluetooth.
No, I'm talking about the radio to inspire Deb.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's y'all each have a modified Zune. That's like a two-way communication.
Wow.
I love my Zoom.
Mostly because I'm just like, Deb, I remember you said back at Bucky's when you were so nervous in the bathroom in those wonderful clean stalls. So nervous telling me your favorite song is Everything's Coming Up Roses. We've got the Gypsy soundtrack. Crank it, please. We need you.
Okay. Peggy Joe reaches out to you, Deb. Does it get through?
That would be a 10.
Yep. All right.
So,
Whoa.
so Deb will shake it off and start to sing. Don't tell me not to let you say it, but I come. And as soon like at 1-2, she puts the 8-track in and then slams the other control just with all of her might and to release the rockets.
2 rockets fire out the back of this thing. All right. The truck's facing the right way. The rockets are gone. Peggy Joe, Deb is awake. The 2 rockets fire off. Patty Jane, nobody armed those rockets. So right now you got 2 rockets that need some sort of ignition that are flying towards this meteorite. And it is your go. As far as I'm concerned, you got 2 choices. You can do something clever, or you can do something stupid and brave and go with those rockets and arm them on the way down.
I mean, I'm currently holding essentially like a parachute that's not parachuting. It's just like,
Yep.
for like I'm sure things are still flying into it, right? Like space bugs
Yeah.
and stuff. So I would say probably with the momentum of that happening, if I let go with my little crab feet, the momentum of that would like pull me back fast enough to scrape one of my claws along the metal part of the back of this semi-truck.
To light the rocket as it flies past
Right?
you.
You got oil.
Not the
Hungry
flaming,
slacking,
Baby.
baby.
not the flaming crab, but the other
Right.
crab.
Patty Jane, I will say this is going to use your quick. Okay?
Can I do a split?
The universe, yes, you may. You can Steven Seagal it. The
Motor all
universe,
the way down, baby.
the universe looks at you, and you see these rockets taking off, and in slow motion, Patty Jane, use the forward momentum of this pressure that's built up and let go, and as if you are taking a matchstick and rubbing it against the top of the matchbox, and lighten up this rocket, at least one of them as it flies past. Patty Jane, this is the last. No fucking way. As you attempt to light this bottle rocket, rolling 3d8.
3. I only have 2. All right, I'll roll 1 in the chat.
Okay.
What does that have to be? It has to be relative. All right, so we'll do 1 in the chat. Maybe.
Okay.
Did it? Will it?
It
Did I
did
do it
not.
right?
I think
Big
it was
timeout.
It may not because I just rolled 1. My first roll was a 7.
Big
Oh,
one.
no. It's okay. I don't mind rolling it twice. Oh no, I got a 1 and a 7. Oh no.
Still off.
No! No! All right, hold on. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I got 2 1s and a 7. I only rolled 9.
The rocket
Ow.
moves past Patty Jane, and you attempt to light it, but it does not light. Peggy Joe?
I've got an idea.
I've also got an idea.
Okay.
All right. I'm kind of curious to hear what Jean's is, but considering I'm back near Patty Jane.
Gene, you are at the moment of no return now. Y'all are gonna slam straight into this meteorite. The rockets are gonna get there first.
Yeah.
Go ahead. If I'm gonna mess up something, go for it.
Okay, so I'm still back there with Patty Jane. That rocket slipped right past her because she's too darn greasy and buttery.
It's true.
But because of that, and we are out in space, there's little globules of that, and I, with my
Please agree not to use the word globule again.
I promise I won't. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, just for those words. I never knew I had a problem with it until right then.
Okay. Another word that bothers people. Anyway, now with these bottle rockets, they have fuses. All of that sort of congregates in this general direction. Now, just because I have great muscles does not mean that I'm not dexterous in some way, and because I have great strength, and these claws can just snap so quickly, so fiercely that there's a spark to light these rockets.
Ooh, okay. Because you're so fast. Okay.
It's the strength. It's that friction and strength of my own darn claws.
Peggy Jo, I will say if you were just a fighter, this would not work. But your second adjective was really good fighter.
We've been maxed, you know?
A fighter would be one thing. Really good fighter is enough for you to have one more bite at the apple. If this doesn't work, the only way around this is slamming this truck straight into it, and like that is it for our good crab truckers. And as they go forward, so Peggy Jo, give me contested. I'll make this a straight roll. I'll even the odds a little bit.
All right, still 2d8s.
Two D8s. The only reason you're able to do this is because of your really good fighter trait.
Okay. 2 and a 5.
A 2 and a 5.
Strong 7.
I rolled a 3 and a 4. So this entire game comes down to one roll of a D8.
Quit.
Oh my god.
Okay. You want to roll in the chat? You want to roll in front of you? Exclamation point D8. 3.
Oh, no. Oh, come on, 1.
No.
Okay. Taking a picture.
Oh, no.
No.
And I'm posting it in the Discord.
What?
Oh, God.
In 3. Let's see. Where should I post this? I'll post it in the Discord in 3, 2, 1.
Cat knows something's wrong.
Oh no. Is it loading?
Oh, it's not loading.
Oh, man.
Oh, there it is.
Tattoo!
Peggy Jo, and your really good fighterness. Your really good fighterness.
God.
Clip your claw. And it's just enough to send a spark shooting through the inky black of space and igniting the bottle rocket. As you hear, everything's coming up, roses and daffodils. Everything's coming up, roses for me and for you. As the world is saved to the crooning voice of Bette Midler as that bottle rocket slams into the meteorite, exploding it outward. There is a cheer from every Buc-ee's across the United States as truckers honk their horns in unison. Deb, Jean, Patty Jane, and Peggy Jo. For just a brief second in space, there's this quiet. And all 4 of you look up to the sky as the stars begin to swirl around, forming the image of a beautiful, beautiful crab goddess. The crab goddess looks down at the four of you. And she smiles, her claws clipping in the air, as she winks at all four of you and says one word. Nice.
Amen.
Disappearing back into the cosmos. And that is where we are ending our motherfucking Crab Truckers episode.
What a woman.
Oh my god, my cheeks hurt.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to Big Motherfucking Crab Truckers. It was an honor to be able to play this game. The concept was by Miles, and I will be posting a link to it there. Please go and support independent artists that are writing these one-page RPGs and things of that sort. We love you all, and Crab Goddess be with you. We'll catch you next time on... Yeah. Hard hands. And...